Hello everyone and welcome back to the video. Oh, how embarrassing. I've left up the scoreboard from last stream. What is that? I went 8-1. Ah, what a bad record. The one loss is really tainting it. You know what? I'm gonna put that at 0-0 because we got some fresh games going on here. We got a 1 versus 2 for you guys on the new patch on some fortress, and we're gonna be testing out the new Korean Deathball. Let me show you guys what I want to test out here. Look at this. This upgrade, which used to give mangonels an extra range, now gives rocket carts and turtle ships +1 range, fire additional projectiles. Okay? The thing is, rocket carts don't have no minimum range like before. That used to be like a regular bonus, or sorry, it used to be a team bonus. The mangonels no minimum range. They took that out and moved this, which was a regular bonus, to a team bonus. Okay? So that's the situation. But if you look at the rocket carts, you have siege engineers, which gives it 1 range. And then you have, so these are the heavy rocket carts with 8 range. So it's 8 range +1 +1, 10 range rocket carts. And that should be really solid. Wolo says go easy on a laptop. All right, good luck, have fun. I'll try my best. To go easy, of course. I'm not going to try my actual best. So we're going to try to get to the Korean Deathball, the new Korean Deathball, which is going to be all about the rocket carts. I am very excited, and I'm actually hella down to get in some rocket cart action, test them out. For those who don't know, I've played pretty much like 8 hours on stream yesterday. Only like 5 hours or 4 hours is the new patch. So like 4 or 5 hours the new patch. Wait, let me just do my OP fortress builder first. Alright, nice. Let's go get the boars. Okay, cool. We're here. No king on this version. Cool. Not a problem. So the game plan is we're gonna do the standard start, and then we're gonna get to a nice little boom. All right, 3 TC, maybe 4 TC, and then get the late game. In late game, what I want to do, oh, those new animations are crazy. They look very strange. In late game, I'm gonna do fire lancers, the new unit from the barracks, which come at a discount for Koreans, by the way, which seems insane, and rocket carts. That's the game plan. We're playing with the new stuff today. Today, we're playing with the new stuff. And this will achieve 1 or 2 things. Number 1, it's going to be very cool. Number 2, it's going to be really interesting to test out the new stuff and see how actually strong it is. Because when you have new stuff in the game, it's always like, okay, let's test it out and let's see how it is. And usually the initial reaction is like, okay, wow, that's absolutely broken. Or wow, that's hot garbage. But then as you test it more, you kind of see, okay, you know, it could be good here, but it has some weaknesses. You just have to figure it out a little bit more. God, the animation is so slow. I feel like normally you're able to hit the board twice from the back, and he hits you only once, but I wasn't able to do it. That new animation is a bit weird to me. Let me know your thoughts about the new animation in the comments below, actually. For me, that's been the only thing I don't really like about the new patch. So far, it's been like a 9 out of 10. With that being the only thing knocking it a point. Obviously, I know the new DLC has been getting a lot of, let's say, not backlash, but a lot of mixed opinions, all right? A lot of negative opinions as well. But how about the patch? You guys finding the patch good? And what do you think about the animations? I'm really interested to hear your thoughts about that. Wait, 10 here, yeah, go here. Actually, 10 is too much. Should we go here? Alright, 9 on food, 4 here, 7 to woods, and then 2 to gold, and that's it. It's the best fortress build ever. Okay, it's all perfect. Perfect. Alright, good. Every single time I talk about fortress, I talk about how good the build is. I think I'm boring you guys. But anyway, I'm very passionate about it. But yeah, that's the plan. I'm gonna get to fire lancers and rocket carts, and I'm actually loving the new patch. I think it's super fun to test out all the new stuff. But I have been seeing that a lot of the new stuff is, let's say, a little too much for some of like the classic Age of Empires 2 players. People are getting the feeling that the game is moving away from what made it so great in the first place. So definitely interesting to see the difference of opinions coming through from the new patch and the DLC. So far, the DLC does seem to be getting the most negative, reactions. But anyway, all that aside, let's focus on the game at hand. We got the Koreans. Let's take a look at the tech tree real quick. So what we're going for is these guys, the Elite Fire Lancer. Now they only cost 20 wood. Normally they cost 40, but they cost only 20 wood for the Koreans. The only downside is we missed the last attack, okay? So we're gonna go for rocket carts and fire lancers. Fire lancers should act like a halb, like replacement, or like even a better version than a halb in some capacity. Whereas the rocket cart is the siege onager replacement. So what usually is halb SO is gonna now be fire lancer rocket carts. But I mean, you can still go halb rocket cart for sure. But I'm gonna test fire lancer rocket cart in this video, or in this game. The only difference I would imagine between the halb and the fire lancer is obviously fire lancer will actually shoot before engaging, so maybe a bit more DPS initially, and it's a bit more flexible against non-cavalry targets. It does a bit more damage, but for those perks, it costs gold, right? For those perks, it does cost gold, which, you know, obviously it is an inherent downside. So the next few builds go to wood, and then you just click up, and that is perfect. Alright, excellent. Also, in the downtime, make sure to like the video, comment about the things we talked about earlier, and subscribe if you haven't already. Might as well. A little reminder, and there you go. You click up. This builder is so perfect. If you guys want to know how to do this builder step by step, and any other builder pretty much in the game, I've got like 25 in a color-coded PDF for you guys on Patreon. Highly recommend you guys check it out if you want to get better at the game. And I've got also new patch strategies and videos coming, both in terms of builders and also in terms of general advice. When talking about chickens, for example, when talking about you know, new patch units and whatnot, all of those will be all those guides will be going to Patreon. So highly recommend you guys check that out if you haven't already. Anyway, enough selling out, Hera. Come on, stop selling to my YouTube audience. Disgusting businessman. Look at this guy, just advertising his stuff left and right. Can't catch a break in this guy. I'm so sorry. Sorry you guys have to deal with this on YouTube. Okay, scouts. We got red here, dealing as the Vietnamese. And I just realized they have Vietnamese and Aztecs. Wow. So Vietnamese, nothing too special. But Aztecs, you know what's special with the Aztecs? 31 attack Jaguar Warrior. 27 could go up to 31. You know what's funny? I have a hot take. I played against that unit yesterday in a 1v1. And I was kind of beating it with Hussar and Heavy CA. I feel like the Jaguar has been overplayed a little. Just a little. But I'm not sure about that. I have to do more testing. This is why we have to test. Like, my first opinion of the Jaguar was like, okay, this is for sure broken at lower levels. For sure. Higher levels, I thought we can probably maneuver around it because it's still infantry. It still comes from a castle. It has weaknesses. So I figured, you know what? It doesn't feel all that broken. It doesn't feel that strong. All right? It feels like it's going to be a solid choice, but not like you can't fight it. We'll see. So far, first impression is supporting that theory, where in pro games we're able to deal with it. It's not the craziest unit in the world, but I wonder how the lower levels will receive the Jag. I still suspect it's going to be very strong, because the problem with the Jag is that 27 attack base, 75 HP, good armor, like pretty solid armor. You can't fight that in melee combat. It's impossible. It will destroy you in melee combat. So you have to go with meat shield plus DPS. It's the only way to deal with that unit. You could try to go pure DPS, like pure hand cannoneer, pure heavy CA. But the problem with that is that you actually run into Aztec skirmishers. You eat Aztec skirmishers if you do that. So you have to have meat shield plus DPS as the only way to deal with the new Aztec composition. In this case, we will have that. We'll have Rocket Cart be the DPS and Fire Lancer be the meat shield. So even if he goes for Jag, I think we'll still be fine. Also, I forgot to showcase it, but the elo of my opponents are around 1200 for both. And they're actually my Patreon members. Super cool guys, by the way. Super chill. I was on voice chat with them for just a couple minutes beforehand, but my god, they're so chill. We were just like, just hopping on voice. What do you guys want to play? Oh, I mean, anything's cool, bro. Anything that's good for your content. You know, think of something, we'll play it. And I was like, man, that's so perfect. It's easy for me to work with. So we decided, we were debating between 3v3 ranked, and we decided on a 1v2 so I can try out some of the new stuff. I think 3v3 ranked would have been pretty cool though. Obviously, we got more 2v2s coming up. Me and VPN Destroyer. You guys have been loving those. We've been loving them as well. Can't wait to try out some of the new patch strats as well on the 2v2 ladder. Alright, just booming here. A bit of a slow boom with Koreans. Also, I greeted for Heavy Plow, which is slowing down my vote production. But probably worth, I don't know. I never really know if that's worth. Ideally, I get someone who's like really good at math to determine if getting Heavy Plow is worth like the 2-minute idle time that I get in early game. Because without it, I should get a little bit of idle time, but not much. But with it, I do get like 1 to 2 minutes of idle time on all 3 TCs. Like altogether, I mean. But I just like getting it because now it's like all eco upgrades are out of the way. I just have to worry about these. So it just feels like an easy way to play, I suppose. But sometimes easy is not good. Let's go to stone. Normally I buy the stone, but in this case, like for the next TC, in this case I just go mine it. What I find really interesting, by the way, is that it feels like AoE2 is moving towards civs having more than one unique unit. And this is amplified by the new DLC getting access to hero units, which has been very controversial. Sorry, I keep going back to this DLC topic, but the hero units are, you know, obviously one extreme to having something unique. But even other civs, like even the Chinese, for example, you have like Fire Lancers, Rocket Carts, Luchans. You have a lot of unique units and a lot of regional based units as well. It seems to be like the trend we're going towards as a game, which I'm not sure it's good or bad, but it's something I've noticed. Like just thinking about it out loud, I think it's like pretty good, because if you think about it from a casual perspective, you just like things to be different and unique. It gives the, I don't want to say illusion, because it's not like, you know, things are different and unique. It's not like it's just an illusion. But to be fair, Rocket Cart is just a Mangonel, and Luchan is just a Cannon Galleon. So in a sense, it is an illusion that things are different. This is the best thing ever. Like wheelbarrow into handcart from same TC. Amazing. And then after this, you just get your upgrades. Amazing. I explained all that on my booming guide on YouTube. Actually, I'm not telling anything again. I promise. I made a booming guide on YouTube where I explained all that. But yeah, it's the timing of the text. I feel like I figured it out. It's funny, I used to suck at booming, but as I did, you know what it is? As I did more of these 1v2s and 1v3s, and more of these like different maps like Michi and whatnot, I became better at booming. Not because I was doing it more. You guys know why? It was actually because I was teaching it. Teaching it helped me. I'm my best student. When I teach something, I'm the guy learning first and foremost. Because there's a saying that you don't fully understand. That's the same as what I did to Mr. Yo. Bait into the castle of the king. Anyway. There's a saying that goes like, you don't fully understand something until you can teach it. So for me to be able to teach something, I had to learn it to such a high degree myself, to the point where it became second nature. So like, for example, beforehand, sure, I would know how to boom. You know, I would know how to develop my economy and, you know, certain things like that. But I wouldn't be aware of like when specifically to get every tech, what to look for in the step-by-step, you know, process. But as I was forced to teach it, as I started teaching it more, I learned it to a higher degree, and that's just like made me such a better player. So I'm honestly grateful for the videos that I make. It helps give me an opportunity to learn the game without having to rigorously practice. I make a fun video, I teach people something, and I learn it more in the process. It's a win-win. A classic win-win. Did I get this? It's a shaft. Can't go wrong if you pick up the shaft. Like that. Alright, now, I don't need university or anything like buildings-wise, but I need to sell a little bit. Alright, there we go. Now, I don't need a lot of food. So I'm going to stop making farms, actually. Because I really don't need a lot of food for my composition. They're going to cost... Fire Lancers don't cost food. It's the only unit out of the barracks to not cost food. Ever. Like in the history of the game, actually. So, it costs wood and gold. 20 wood, 50 gold for the Koreans. So with that sense, we just stop making farms right now. And we expand to the outside, ideally. Oh, they have to go here. Wow. We expand to the outside, ideally. There we go. Also, I should be scouting the map. That's something I did pretty poorly. And then getting onto more like wood-based production. So there's the Fire Lancer. We'll get all the upgrades for him. It's going to be our main units. Fire Lancer plus rocket carts. Now, the rocket carts seem strong. But I don't see the difference between them and a Mangonel. Like, not that much. For me, it's very similar. His name is Willalow. Dude, can we talk about these regional monks for a second? They look absolutely sick. That's by far my favorite part about the DLC. It's like the regional monks are just amazing. Not just the monks, but also the castles. Like the cosmetics and the visuals have just been amazing. Let's let him pick up the relic first, and then we'll hit him. Oh, he's just shift queuing him. It's time to get that guy out of there. Enough bad manners to just end it. I said no farms. Alright, let's just make a bunch of fire lancers. Again, it feels weird to not spend any food on a... Like, how is it not a food unit? It's eating the same as the militia. Maybe it's... I don't know. Maybe it's not eating. There we go. Okay, not bad. Let's get Loom just so I don't forget. And Pure Age comes in. Okay. I need to get the upgrade for the rocket carts as well. Let's get my rocket cart set up here in the front. So I'm just gonna set up. I'm not gonna commit to like pushing fast. I want to set up my composition first. I really want to try to see how it plays out. Holy, that's expensive. 1100 food. Okay, I got you guys. I got it. I got it. Don't worry. We're stacked. We're rich. Feels good, man. Oh, I've been booming for a reason, you know? Alright, let's do it like that. Good. So, Fire Lancer. How much the elite upgrade? That's a really cool looking upgrade, actually. It's quite expensive as well. Rocket cart. Ooh, costs wood. That's interesting. So that completely changes the game. So it doesn't cost food. Wait, what are the implications? That means that a lower eco elite rocket cart play can actually work? But the problem is your unique tech costs a lot of food. It means you just need less farms. Because now, think about it, I don't really need any farms. Besides upgrades and siege engineers, that's it. So I can pull off food, sorry. Completely pull off it. Normally we need to get onager, then siege onager, right? Now we don't need any of that, so we can just pull completely off food. I'll keep only a few on food, like, yeah, like 6, literally 6. Just to make vills and just in case, really, I need to transition. Alright, rocket carts maybe coming out. Elite rocket carts on the way. Get this as well. Fire Lancers. So cool. I like the changes, man. I like the changes. Still need to get Elite Lancer though. Maybe I pulled off food a little too soon. Cancel the bills. Alright, need some food. Sells it? Okay. Elite Fire Lancers. That should be all the upgrades. So the downside to the Fire Lancers is that I don't get the last attack upgrade. That guy's going Eagles? Barracks. Or maybe Jags. I feel like the Jags would eat me, to be honest with you. Hopefully it doesn't go for those. I need siege engineers. And chemistry. Okay, let's buy siege engineers. Holy, okay, so heavy rocket carts. It's not the elite, it's heavy rocket carts. We're gonna sell some stone. I'm gonna get chemistry. No one's gonna bat an eye. I wonder if these guys get increased by chemistry. They're very strong, by the way. Like, look at this. That guy got melted. That guy had 85 HP. Doesn't it feel as strong as the siege onager though? Okay, okay. This is the first real fight. So we're gonna fight against green. See how we play. Normally I want to push, but I have to push one of them. But let's defend green and then push him back as a game plan here. He's got eagle. And I don't have relics as well. Maybe I should take that relic. How did the Fire Lancers do against eagles? They have 5 range for their shot. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. I have 10 range on the rocket carts. Okay, not bad. Wait, how do they do against the castle? Wait, they kind of do insane. With the Eagles, if he runs in? Oh, that castle is going down. To be fair, like SO would do the same, right? But it's just a cheaper upgrade than SO. Got 10 archers coming on that side. Holy, what do I do? Who do I push? We're very slow like the SO though. I don't know, it's hard to compare because obviously what you're seeing on screen is very strong, but the SO is strong. We can't be unfair and be like, oh wow, that's so broken. The SO is broken as well in that same sense. It does a lot of damage, it's very strong. Let's go pressure red. I want to see how they fare against the Rathan archers here. He's on a laptop, so we're gonna go easy on him. Or so we promised. Eagle's still coming in. I mean, see if I can get a nice attack ground for you guys. I'll keep a few of the rocket carts back home to defend. Let's get a few more fire lances as well. Oh, Gambeson's affects them. Hold on. Gambeson's affects fire lancers, so I should get those as well. Sorry, my brain wasn't registering it. Castle here, he's gonna expand. I need some trebs as well. So this is not like a treb. This is a siege onager, basically, replacement. A lot of walls here. Okay. Sadly, it's not red as that fortress. There's no king for me to snipe. What's interesting though is that all of my units cost wood gold. That's good and bad, I feel like. Interesting, at least. What? Ah! I'm killing my own units. Repair? Can someone explain to me what the hell that was? That was so cool. Wait, I had... Where's my rocket carts here? I had like 5 rocket carts. I don't know where they went. He's running in. I need to defend with rocket carts. Maybe I'm grouping them up too much. Oh. I actually still think I'm in trouble because they're spreading me out really well. Let's defend with some fire lancers. Forgot about those guys. I got murder holes. Good raids from red, really good raids from red. Green is also doing quite a good job. I make sure my push is solid here. Oh, look at the elite Rathan archer skin. Like, it's insane, it's insane. But an Esto would do the same. I insist. Okay. Those guys are kind of... Dude, the gunpowder is crazy. That's the thing, when you compare it, 2 units that are so strong. Like the rocket cart, which is clearly stepping up like the onager. It's hard to tell what's better. That's the conclusion I'm coming to, if you will. Gold is an issue, by the way. It feels like it's hard to dodge, to be fair, though. The lancers in combination with the rocket carts, like nothing gets past the shit. Also, can't I just hit that? No, I can't. He has more range. For me, the lancers are actually the more insane part. It literally feels like I'm playing a different game. Okay. There's a good amount of eagles here. I wish you went for the new Jag. It'd be cool to see that in action. Yeah, red is having some trouble here. I'm gonna remake some of these workshops. I'm running into gold problems though. We're gonna try to build up another composition here. We're gonna try to make 2 death balls basically. That's the plan. Let's try to push into red's base now further. Wall low. We're gonna try to create 2 death balls. Oh, I sold a lot there. I had to. Oh man, we dominated that. That was their best. That was their best effort, and we still walked it off. It feels really hard to take care of this composition. Oh my goodness! But an SO would do the same. Don't tell me it's not true. An SO would do the same. No, 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 where are my fire lancers? Hey, they might, that army might be really dead. I'll try to remass it. But before we die, let's get some good trades here. Holy, box formation, that's kind of epic. One attack run. Oh, this gets ruined the party here. Kill the monk. I think the monk is dead. Nah, not quite. Okay. Now let's give Green a run for his money. I wonder if they're trading. We gotta get into that trade routes. Trade is always the hardest part for me to break in these team games. These 1v2s. That castle's hard to break though. No, no, they have enough. They have enough. Oh, I see a Jag there. Wonder if he's committing. Uh-oh. I'm running out of steam. I am running out of steam. These 2 traps gotta go forward. A lot of my stuff is here. If I had the gold, I think I can definitely compete here. That's the downside of playing double gold comp, right? That's why the fire lancers are really good, but they do cost gold. I'm not sure. Like, is it a Halb just better? But then again, a Halb would not be able to fight Eagle, right? So I guess fire lancer is good. Let's push in. Try to get their trade maybe if they have any. It's unclear if they are trading actually. It might just be relics to be fair. Like they have relics. I do see some trade cards though. Shoot. Either way, we're struggling at home though. Yeah, 50 gold a piece is similar to Eagles, so it's the same cost as an Eagle warrior. I won't resign until they clear me though, obviously. Yeah, I mean these things, they're strong, but it's hard to judge. It's hard to judge because SO are also strong, and SO would do the exact same thing that rocket carts are doing here. So my final take about these guys is that they're really good, and their best quality is the fact that it's cheaper than SO to upgrade it. So they're probably the same strength as SO, maybe a little weaker, a little stronger. It's like up to you guys. But the real thing is just how much easier it is to upgrade them. Okay, one thing I will comment as well is the splash damage. Okay, I'm gonna try to explain this. The splash damage from the arrows is different than how SO splash damage is. It's way different. In the sense that SO lands one time, okay? So if the unit's on that tile, it gets hit. But this one, look how the arrows go down. It's not at the same time. So units that pass through a bit later will eat some damage. Okay, that was interesting. If you guys understand what I mean? Let's see the paralysis in the trade here. Should be devastating. But my economy is ruined. I think I might be toast here. Here they come. This is the last Deathball. I just want to play with it because we're going to see a little bit more of how the unit's going to function, how the comp functions. I'm not really caring too much about my base at home because I think we're going to probably die. But I just want to see how this army will do. Also, the gunshot recharges pretty fast. It's like once every 30 seconds. It's reasonable. Hard to judge the fights. Yo, I mean, the Lancers are kind of insane, honestly. I leave this having a higher impression of the Lancers compared to the rocket cards. The Lancers are kind of insane. It's basically a Halb that also shoots a gun, and that also can do pretty good damage against like something like an Eagle, for example. So it's quite solid. It's quite solid. I'm gonna call it GG, well played. We are completely done. That was our last effort, our last push. We've been out-resourced. But out of this game, I got what I wanted, which is to test out the new rocket carts and to test out the new fire lancers, which I think I definitely got. So quite happy with this one. Really, really fun one. Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. We were able to break into Red's base, you know, do some big damage. And usually what ends up happening with these 1v2s is that I run out of gold, which is why I have to push fast and take the relics. But in this case, I kind of slept on that because I was mostly focused on doing the cool new things, which we definitely got out of this game. So I had a blast. I had a really good time. Keep in mind, these fire lancers are 2 damage weaker than the Chinese ones, for example. But they still have really good armor, especially with Gambeston. 6 pierce armor is good. It's really good, actually. This unit is very solid. So I leave this game having a really good impression of the Fire Lancer. I think that unit's going to be very solid. A legit option for the Koreans and Chinese. I don't feel like any of this is broken, though. Like, I don't feel like any of this is overpowered. They had gold army. They were able to beat my gold army. But my gold army took better trades, probably because I micro a bit better or whatnot. So it feels like it's strong, but not overpowered. And I leave getting a better impression of the Fire Lancer than the rocket carts. But rocket carts being cheaper and easier to upgrade than SO, but they feel comparable to SO, is quite solid. And yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you guys are enjoying the new patch. If you guys want to support me further, check out Patreon and Twitch. Patreon for the guys, Twitch for the live stream. And as always, hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Expect much more content from me on YouTube, so stick around the channel, subscribe if you're new, and stay tuned. Peace.